Hi, hello everyone! I'm Toshi from Japan and tourist guide for foreigners. In this video, I'll show you
9 new rules every tourist must know in 2026. In 2025, Japan welcomed a record 42.6 million international visitors, a huge 15.8% increase from the previous year. Japan is now one of the fastest-growing travel destinations in the world. But with this tourism boom, several important new rules are being introduced in 2026 that could affect your trip. For example, there are updates to Japan's entry requirements, like the new Japan ESTA system, new health precautions due to the recent influenza surge, and even new dual pricing systems that may affect what tourists pay. So in this video, we've summarized 9 important new rules every visitor to Japan should know. Watch until the end and your trip to Japan can be safer, smoother, and even cheaper. Plus, I also offer guided tour in Japan, travel itineraries based on trip duration and area, and recommendations for unique cultural experiences.
You can find more information in the description below. So, let's get started.
Number 1 is Japan ESTA update, new entry rule coming. Japan is preparing to introduce a new pre-arrival screening system, often called Japan ESTA. If you watched our previous videos, you may remember that the government has been discussing a system similar to the one used by the United States. This time, new updates have been announced, including details about the required information, who must apply, possible entry refusal conditions, and the planned timeline for the system. Under this system, certain travelers will need to complete an online screening before arriving in Japan. During the application, you'll provide basic travel information such as your occupation, the purpose of your visit, and where you plan to stay in Japan. Here's an important point. If a traveler does not complete this pre-approval, airlines may be required to deny boarding, meaning you could be refused before even getting on the plane. The system mainly applies to visitors from visa-exempt countries and regions who travel to Japan for short stays, such as tourism. Foreign residents who already live in Japan will not be affected by this system. At the same time, the government has also announced possible changes to immigration fees for foreign residents. The current fee cap of 10,000 yen may increase, with some procedures reaching up to 100,000 yen, and permanent residency applications potentially up to 300,000 yen. The new entry system is currently planned for introduction around 2028. Also be careful. Fake application websites related to this system have already been reported, so always use the official government site.
I'll keep you updated with any new information, so please subscribe to my channel.
Number 2 is Japan travel health warning. Here's an important health update for travelers visiting Japan. In 2026, Japan is currently seeing a rise in influenza cases again. According to the Tokyo Metropolitan Government, flu infections had slowed around December 2025, but since the start of 2026, cases have increased and exceeded the official warning level. During winter and early spring, crowded places like trains and popular tourist spots can increase the risk of infection. So while traveling in Japan, it's important to take simple health precautions, such as washing your hands, wearing a mask in crowded areas, and monitoring your health. If you develop a high fever, strong fatigue, or flu-like symptoms, don't push yourself. Visit a doctor if needed. The good news is that Japan has many medical facilities that can support international travelers. In a previous video, we also introduced helpful services that connect foreign visitors with medical providers in Japan.
Stay healthy and enjoy your trip to Japan.
Number 3 is Kyoto has changed. If you're planning to stay in Kyoto, here's an important update. Starting in 2026, Kyoto is tightening rules on private vacation rentals, or minpaku. The city is famous for its temples, traditional streets, and culture, but the rise in tourism has caused conflicts with local residents. Currently, there are about 1,088 registered minpaku, and between April and December 2025, 264 complaints were reported, mostly about noise and behavior. To address this, hosts may need to report guest numbers regularly, and properties that break the rules could face penalties, including suspension. From April 2026, surprise inspections will also be conducted early in the morning or late at night. This is part of Kyoto's effort to shift tourism from quantity to quality. Fewer minpaku may raise accommodation prices, but stricter rules also mean safer, higher quality stays.
If you are visiting Kyoto, book early and check the latest rules.
Number 4 is Japan's new bicycle rules. Starting April 2026, Japan is introducing new traffic rules for bicycles. A system called the Blue Ticket will apply to cyclists 16 and older who break the law. Violations like running red lights, using a smartphone while riding, or riding under the influence can now result in fines. Fines range from roughly 3,000 to 12,000 yen, with smartphone use while cycling carrying the highest penalty due to the danger it poses. Also, cyclists are required to ride on the road, not the sidewalk, unless otherwise indicated. These rules apply to everyone, including foreign visitors. In cities like Kyoto, many tourists use rental bicycles to explore the streets, so it's especially important to follow the rules.
Understanding Japan's cycling roads will help you stay safe and enjoy your trip.
Number 5 is Shinkansen rule change. In a previous video, I explained the best and worst times to travel in Japan. One of the busiest periods is Golden Week, a major holiday from late April to early May. If you're planning to ride the Shinkansen during Golden Week, here's an important update. Trains are extremely crowded. In the past, you could use non-reserved seats, even on busy trains. But starting in 2026, all Shinkansen seats during this period will require reservations. For 2026, this rule applies from April 24 to May 6. If you try to board without a reserved seat, you won't be allowed on the train. So if you're visiting Japan during Golden Week, make sure to book your Shinkansen tickets in advance to avoid problems.
Plan ahead and enjoy stress-free travel.
Number 6 is new dual pricing. Here's an important update for travelers visiting Japan in 2026. At Himeji Castle, one of Japan's most famous World Heritage sites, admission fees have changed starting in March 2026. The new system is a dual pricing system. Himeji residents pay 1,000 yen, while non-residents pay 2,500 yen. Even Japanese visitors who don't live in Himeji must pay the higher rate. I'm not a Himeji resident myself, so I also pay 2,500 yen. This change helps cover the increased maintenance and management costs caused by rising tourist numbers. Himeji Castle is one of the most visited castles in Japan, and managing the crowds while preserving its historic beauty requires significant resources. In a previous video, we also explained that dual pricing is being considered for other national sites, such as the Tokyo National Museum. If the system works well at Himeji, it could expand to other popular attractions across Japan, which may change how visitors plan and budget their trips.
I'll keep you updated with any new information, so please subscribe to my channel.
Number 7 is Shuri Castle returns. In a previous video, I mentioned that Shuri Castle in Okinawa was one of the places we didn't recommend visiting, at least for now. Shuri Castle is a historic site in Okinawa, often called the Hawaii of Japan, famous for its traditional architecture and cultural significance. Unfortunately, in 2019, a fire completely destroyed the main hall, and visitors couldn't see the castle in its original glory. Reconstruction is progressing smoothly, and the new main hall is scheduled to be completed by autumn 2026. This is exciting news for Okinawa tourism, as many visitors are expected to return to see the restored castle. If you're planning a trip to Okinawa, visiting after fall 2026 will let you experience the rebuilt Shuri Castle in all its glory. Since tourism is likely to increase after the reopening, it's a good idea to plan your trip early.
See Shuri Castle restored and enjoy Okinawa.
If you would like a personal guide in Japan or need recommendations for travel plans and cultural experiences,
Please contact me from the link in the description section.
Number 8 is Osaka 2030 Casino and more. In 2025, Osaka hosted the World Expo on Yumeshima, an artificial island in Osaka Bay. Even though the expo has ended, the Yumeshima area is set to undergo major changes and continue evolving. Plans have been announced for Japan's first integrated resort, which will include a casino, hotels, and large-scale entertainment facilities, with a target opening around 2030. This new development is expected to turn Yumeshima into a major new tourism and entertainment hub for both domestic and international visitors. Part of the expo's symbol, the Great Roof Ring, will be preserved, with roughly 200 meters of the structure maintained as a reminder of the expo and a centerpiece for the new development. Over the coming years, this area will combine cultural landmarks, modern entertainment, and hospitality, creating a completely new experience for travelers to Osaka.
Even though the expo is over, Osaka keeps growing and changing with exciting attractions ahead.
Number 9 is how to get Pokémon Park tickets. In a previous video, we mentioned the exciting news that a new Pokémon theme park will open in Japan in 2026. Its name is Poké Park Kanto, and many fans are eagerly anticipating it. We've also received lots of questions about how to get tickets. The process is a bit different for residents of Japan and international visitors, so here's the key information for foreign travelers. Tickets go on sale 2 months before your visit date and are sold on a first-come, first-served basis. Once they sell out, that day is gone. Ticket sales open at 6 p.m. Japan time, and because demand is very high, it's recommended to log in right at that time. Currently, there are no plans for same-day tickets, so you must purchase your ticket in advance. If you're visiting Japan in 2026 and are a Pokémon fan, make sure to reserve your ticket early and enjoy an unforgettable experience.
How was today's video? Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like button. See you in my next video. Bye!